as a teacher, I taught in Compton Unified School District during the civil unrest, the Rodney King, near murder back in the day. And I'll tell you, my little boys and girls, I had black and brown little boys and girls who were absolutely brilliant. I taught gifted and talented, and they're little kids, but they were wonderful. And I thought to myself, not to be, if you're going to be selfish, look at yourself. Are you white? I'm white. Well, I'm a little more tan now, but that's another story. I personally want all people to do really well, because someday I'm going to be an old lady, and my little boys and girls in my classroom are going to be my freaking cardiologists and doctors, and I want the best of the best to be saving my life when I'm older. Okay, think about it that way. If you're going to be selfish, at least think logically.
Well, it just goes back to common sense, Kim. And unfortunately, they have taught us not to have common sense. They taught us not to have critical thinking. But if you're on an island, if America is an island, okay, which technically we're just like we are an island in our own right. But if you are on an island with 10 people and you have to make your own food and make your own society, but you're going to exclude 4 of those people from being involved in any of it. You just sit over here, you get nothing, and the 6 of us over here are going to build this community.
Sounds ridiculous.
Who does that? What is that? Who does that? If you have 10 people, you're going to exclude 4 of them. Why wouldn't you collectively all work together for all 10 of you to create the society that you wanted instead of excluding 4 people? It's just a losing game that the only ones that are winning are the billionaires. And now we have a trillionaire. Now Elon Musk is a trillionaire. How happy him. This South African immigrant white man who literally is just the epitome of white supremacist talking points. That's what you end up with. You end up with someone that hoards everything and literally doesn't give a fuck about nobody. Is that what we're all trying to succeed towards? That's who we want to be? Count me out.
It's because we think that somehow proximity to this wealthy white richness is going to get us. We too someday might be a millionaire or a billionaire. Oh, bullshit. It's a fantasy, and we're doing their dirty work for them by being racist as fuck. White people. I'm talking about we the people, not the billionaires and the millionaires. Just the average.
I'm talking about you, not talking about me.
We're talking about white folks. We need to stop revering these people who are billionaires, thinking maybe someday we'll be there too, and following their racist behaviors and actions. And we just need to stop it. It's embarrassing. It's the same thing. Lyndon B. Johnson. Do I have to say it again?
Your favorite quote ever.
It's antiquated. It's rude. It's racist. And in the day, it was also very racist, but it's true. And he said, Lyndon B. Johnson once said, if you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him someone to look down upon, and he'll empty his pocket for you.
Why do we need somebody to look down upon?
Yeah, there's a whole
I think that's the deep work. And why I wrote Liabilities of Whiteness is for us to reclaim our humanity, because that's it right there. Yep. First of all, to think we are the lowest, right? His language of, convince the lowest white person. This whole hierarchy and these systems that have been put in place to make us feel less than.
It's in our head.
And then we want to other any other human being that doesn't look like us.
We bought into
it's a sickness. It's a real sickness. And it's sad because that's really a crux of the problem, is that we don't love ourselves. We don't like ourselves.
How can you love other people? I mean, it makes sense.
You can't. You absolutely can't.
You can't be honest with other people. It's totally. And your book is wonderful for explaining that. And that's a bit of an advanced concept for some of us white folks who don't even remotely understand the system that we inherited of systemic racism, and it's not good. Another thing Trump and his administration have done to harm and wage war on Black Americans is to have federal agencies remove, this is just crazy, remove reports, training materials, websites, guidance documents, resources discussing racial disparities, anything about systemic racism. This is insane. remove them. They're gone. Historical recognitions of people, observances, educational material, diversity initiatives were taken away and eliminated across almost the entire federal government. Thanks to, and that's special for this administration. They want to wipe it out like it was never there, like it didn't exist. And critics argue that
whitewashing on steroids.
Exactly. Information disappears and the understanding of it disappears.
This is just horrific to even think about, that you want to destroy anything about the truth about what happened in this country. But luckily, we still have some systems in place, like judges and the law and the court system, even though they're slow as fuck. They are fighting all of this. And anything that he is doing, hopefully, and most of it, I just saw a Black woman judge that just ruled against him, that anything that he had taken down in the federal government about slavery and all of those, he has to put back. You can't do that.
It's our history. You can't. No.
It is our history. You can't run from it. Half the people don't know it because they haven't read your book.
You're so funny. Thank you. I'm trying. The administration.
Yes.
Thank you. The administration has also pushed federal institutions to also, this is crazy. This just has to do with the same thing. The administration has also pushed federal institutions to reshape how American history is presented. Okay, and this is impacting teachers, historians, educators, museum professionals, civil rights advocates have raised concern that the discussions of slavery, segregation, racial violence, discrimination, and their continuing effects may be minimized, revised, removed. Oh, they were all just immigrants that were kidnapped and taken from their homes in society. They're trying to rewrite history, and future generations, we already purposely are not taught. And the craziest thing, Michelle, is white folks think I talk about this in my book. White folks don't question it because we think we know it. We know Martin Luther King, all the cherry-picked stuff that's great about him. We have a month every single year in school where we learn about him and Rosa Parks. So we know everything. Oh my God, you don't even know 1%. And you think you know it all. And so you think there's nothing to learn. And that's on purpose. That's on purpose. If you don't know about the Devil's Punch Bowl, the thousands of race massacres, redlining.
Well, and why they don't want you to know, why they don't want us to know the truth is because then we would actually do something about it. Because if most white people understood how unjust and how really we are supporting a terrorist organization of white power. I mean, this literally is what we are doing. Read Carol Anderson's White Rage. Have you read her book, Carol Anderson?
No, I haven't.
White Rage?
No.
Oh my God. Literally. There's no way that you cannot read that book. And if you just took out understanding that it was white people on this soil that did all of this horror and maybe replaced it with, with some other that you think that you look at as terrorist, there's no way that you can see our country and see what we are doing as not being part of a terrorist organization. Yeah, I mean, we're supporting genocides right now.
Right, absolutely.
And they want to erase that too.
I don't think this is what the founding fathers, albeit who had a lot of personal problems and issues to deal with.
And owned people.
Albeit wrote a very brilliant document. I don't think this is what they meant when they were talking about forming a more perfect union. I really don't. I'm sorry. This is not it. This is not it. All right.
Well, the more perfect union is white people, about white people, for white people. And again, if you think that through, it doesn't work. There's no way it could work. America could never work with just one group of people. It was never set up that way, designed that way, as you're saying. Whatever their intention, these founding billionaires, white people who owned human beings
Mhm.
thought.
Many of which.
It's been 200 and, or actually more than 250 years, right? I guess, yeah, it'll be almost 250 years to celebrate this shit. I guess what I'm about is whatever they wanted 250 years ago, what do we want now? What do we want as a people now? What do we
They want to
value
go
now?
back to their age, to their age and their day and age when we
Yeah,
could.
white women, do you want that? Do you want that?
Well, that's what we're going to get, and that's what we're heading towards. I mean,
Well, that's what they're leaning towards. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah, I'm sure the credit cards, they're going to ban, that we can't marry who we want to marry as white women. We can't have credit cards. You can't sign a lease. I mean, they're getting ready to say that we can't even vote.
right?
No voting for us.
They try to pass.
And only can vote if you agree with your husband. And these white women on this TV, have you seen them? They're being interviewed. Oh, no, I think that my husband should decide how I vote.
So horrible. It's like, oh my God, don't even get me started. Well,
I can't even imagine the
And-
women's suffrage and
so many people, so many Black, brown, indigenous people in different groups that have been minoritized and have had been murdered and had their life destroyed.
by the terrorism in this country. Yes, they experience it every day.
Yet we're allowing it to happen right now. We are experiencing it. You think, what would you do if you were back in, Nazi Germany? Well, you know what? Whatever you're doing right now is what you would have been